a lot of people. Alright. Do you remember? Do you remember stepping into this new school for the first time 4 years ago? Do you remember feeling inadequate to those at other schools? Do you remember watching as we struggled to get a win for Mead? Do you remember feeling like a misfit school? Do you remember? Do you remember when Mead was nothing? Do you remember when other schools saw our teams as easy wins? Do you remember when we had no other identity except for corn? Do you remember when we didn't even know what a Maverick was? I remember. I remember how we had a reputation of a school that was the pushover, the underdogs, the runner-ups, and the losers. I remember being the school that had no traditions, no seniors, and no clue. I remember when Mead was nothing but a dirt road. But do you really remember? Do you remember when our school started to develop into its own? Do you remember when Mead became the school for which parents and students began to take notice? Do you remember when our once 1-9 football team ended this year's season with a 7-2 record? Do you remember the fireworks, the parade, the celebration, the pride in our school? Or do you remember when Mead put on its first musical, talent show, car bash, and bonfire? Do you remember when they said it couldn't be done, yet we did? Do you remember when traditions were only ideas? I do. But do you? I stand before you, class of 2014, and ask you, how did Mead become a threat, the winner, the stronghold, and a school that did not back down? Mead became this proud high school because of us. Like many sayings go, third time's the charm. We leave Mead High School the third class to ever graduate this school. We leave Mead a school that it was not like 4 years ago. We leave Mead as a threat on the court, field, and track. We have left these halls decorated with history. A school that our community has become proud of. A school unlike all the others. The classes before us laid the foundation, and we built upon it. We followed in their footsteps, yet went one step further. The first made it through, the second went all 4 years, but the third represent Mead. They said third time is the charm, and they are not wrong. Class of 2014, you have put a face to Mead. You have defined it, made it into a school of your own, a school that we have become proud of. We were not handed over traditions or legacies, but given the chance to write our own. The third chance was the time to get it right, the opportunity to fix the mistakes and move forward. The third time was the charm. Now I ask the question, will we be remembered? I believe the answer to this is yes. This class has truly become what the definition of a maverick is, independent, resilient, and daring. I wish you all to remember where you came from, what you had to overcome, and to be proud of where you are now. You watched the first and second classes be sent off, and now it's your turn. Congratulations, 2014, for we, the third class, will be remembered.